Welcome to this radio channel, and I want to share with you guys two websites that are interesting. These are what we call clusters. This is basically amateur radio activity in the amateur bands, pretty much live in real time. And it's cool because it gives you the occasion to sometimes listen or receive stations that you never hear or exotic countries. And so you look at these lists. So this first one that I will show is the one I was been using, as I have been using for quite a while. But I'll show you another one that actually I didn't know about. That was actually somebody in the live show, David in Barcelona, that actually told me, "Oh, well, I use this one and it's pretty cool." So basically, you have, of course, the DX stations. So the two stations that contacted, for example, when you leave your mouse pointer over a station, you know from what country it is automatically, which is pretty cool. You have the frequency used for that contact, and of course, a little bit of detail, like if we're digital modes or anything special about that contact in particular. So it's pretty cool because you have a live view of the amateur activity as it's going on, as you see here on the right side with the time and everything and the date. And of course, the list updates itself regularly. So you always have the latest DX. Now, one of the little tips that I can give you guys is always look for stations that are close to your vicinity. Why? Because there's a lot of DX here, but you won't hear everything in there. Of course, it depends on the frequency and also on propagation conditions. But if you hear stations, so here, for example, I'm in Quebec, Canada, northeast part of North America, I will tend to try to see if any stations from, for example, eastern part of Canada or the northeastern part of the United States have contacted any DX station. And if I see that there was a contact with, say, a station from Vermont, which is just across the border from Quebec, I know that I have a chance at hearing that station because the signal is making its way to Eastern North America. And a bigger and a broader usage of this, of course, if I see an American, a US station, or a Canadian station, even in the West Coast, that has a contact with any station around the world, I will try it anyway because I will, just check out if it actually works or not. So it's a cool thing. But one of the things that at the top here, there's of course all sorts of filters and that you can change. But thanks to David in Barcelona, Spain, he actually introduced me in a live show to this one, which is DX Fun Cluster, which is actually better organized because it's easier to set filters, so you can actually choose all band easily or choose what amateur bands you want to have the contacts from. You can choose what type of contacts, CW, single sideband, digital modes. So it is very, very cool. Just one thing, the first time you load this page, it's in Spanish. The language, you can change it on the upper left here. So you just choose English. So there's tons of tools here, and it's a very well organized list, once again, of all the stations on the amateur bands making contacts in real time. And of course, on this website also, you can just leave your mouse pointer on one station and it will tell you from where it is. Of course, stations, frequency, and the details here and the time and date. Data updates itself also regularly, and it is a fantastic resource of anybody that like me. I sometimes when there's not that much stuff to listen to on the international broadcast bands, like to use these because it's like I DX, try to hear faraway stations, but on the amateur bands, and it's often a lot of fun, hearing a station from very far away or a country that you never hear on shortwave usually, and having that station make contacts and listening to the station. It's one of the things I actually enjoy doing, especially when there's some exotic stations that are on the air. So I will post the links to both websites in the description below the video, and of course have fun trying to tune in all of these amateur stations that will show up on this website, on these two websites that I'll be posting. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.